Welcome to you all, and as you can see, I'm wearing my favorite t-shirt. But it's more than that, because I'm telling you that there is more to be done to get to work towards equality, so keep that in mind. A very special welcome to Tanya, the mother of my honorary granddaughter Pippi. They have come all the way from the Southern Highlands tonight to be here. Another very special welcome to Virginia, the mother of my honorary grandson Jamil. They have come from Wollongong tonight to be here tonight. Jamil and I were at a rally at Wollongong University, and Jamil, I think he was 15 at the time, we spoke, or he spoke first, or I can't remember now, but I think his speech was so much better than mine. He really outdid me, so thank you for contributing to the campaign. Similarly for Pippi, she did a school project about the campaign. So thank you too. So it's wonderful to have two young activists within my family. Thank you. I would like to acknowledge the founders of Camp Pink, the campaign against moral persecution, Christabel Pole and John Ware. It was 1970 when they courageously founded the first Australian national homosexual rights movement. Bon and I became foundation members of Camp Inc. that same year. The struggle for equality in Australia started almost 50 years ago. Thank you to Helen Ross Brown, wherever you are, Helen, and Kurt, and many others, of course, for your tireless efforts in creating positive marriage equality visual messages. One of your Facebook videos had about 3 million views. Kirk's historical approach in Australia says yes, is admirable and valuable. It explores using black and white footage, that in itself tells a story, to document where the marriage equality campaign found its origin. It was a long, wonderful, powerful, and massive journey towards marriage equality. Particularly seeing that our community was distracted from equality activism during the 1980s and 90s AIDS epidemic that really sucked all the energy out of our community. And I suspect that if we hadn't had the AIDS epidemic, I think marriage equality would have arrived earlier. Kirk documentary will help to put an end to the widely held but misplaced belief that Australia's lesbian and gay rights movement started in 1978. It was not the first Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. It was 8 years prior, in 1970, when Camp Inc. was born. There are two issues I became aware of during the campaign. Our community needs to have a person-to-person care mechanism during and after a campaign in place for those who are on the front line. Secondly, the Marriage Equality Act is now accessible to all those in our community who wish to tie the legal knot with their beloved. However, there are pockets in Sydney's greater metropolitan area where, for many and varied reasons, it remains a very distant rising sun. 40 years ago, our community were where they are at now, marginalised and oppressed. The black and white footage you will see tonight, and some coloured bits, are filmed in my house called Checkerboard. Bon and I had hoped to maintain our 1972 Checkerboard couple's ordinariness. We're just a gay couple in the suburbs. Due to our urgency for change, this became an impossible ambition. It brought with it expending great amounts of energy, particularly for Bon. I would hold his hand, once beautiful but now frail, and ask my sweet one how he felt about talking to the media. He did always, very resolutely, without hesitation, say, "Sweetie, we got to do it." On the great 7 December Victory Day, while speaking on the ABC's drum program, David Marr, while awaiting the pending victory, being in a highly emotional state, said, quote, "All those wonderful people who fought all those years ago and who risked shame, those wonderful warriors, and some of them are still around, and I honor them, I really honor them." Some of the footage you will see tonight was filmed only 2 weeks before Bon died. He remained a unique liberation warrior right to the end, and my guiding beacon of light on the hill.